Mike Perlack here to entertain you with the help of Ray Parker Jr. Who are you going to call? Well, I just finished watching the first new movie I've watched in a long time. I think the last new movie I watched, I did a film reflection video about it, Ready Player One. But I just now finished watching Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I wanted to get a film reflection video about it out there while it was fresh in my mind. I enjoyed the film. From the get-go, I kind of figured that the unseen character in the intro, spoiler alert, even though I'm gonna make an attempt really to avoid giving any big things away about it, but just the same, spoiler alert, if you're the type of person that wants to go in 100% blind when you watch a movie. But anyways, from the get-go, I figured the unseen character in the intro of this film was Egon, and he was working on something big. Yeah. The film is full of colorful characters. The Phoebe's Friend podcast, the kind of sort of girlfriend of the brother, Lucky. It's full of colorful characters. But I love when the Phoebe character says to her friend podcast, I sort of met my grandfather last night. And he says, oh, was he howling with chains and everything? And she's like, I love the subtlety of the line. No, that would be weird. The film is full of corny jokes. Probably the best one, the one I thought was kind of good, was what do a cigarette and a hamster have in common? They're both harmless till you put them in your mouth and set them on fire. That gave me a chuckle. Full of colorful characters. The summer school teacher, played by Paul Rudd, rather, showing kids. He's supposed to be a summer school teacher, and he's basically just showing kids movies, which I guess kind of makes sense. I remember being, probably 7 years old and having to go to summer school and basically just going to school to watch movies. That's how I saw Last Starfighter, NeverEnding Story. Anyways, but this guy's showing them horror movies, and I never made the correlation between the movie Cujo and the movie Beethoven. I love how he basically tells the kids, Cujo. It's basically, if you can imagine Beethoven rabid and attacking the family. I had to laugh because I never made the correlation between those two movies. I saw Cujo at the theater when I was 5. Actually, I seem to recall back then they didn't really look out for stuff like this, so we actually snuck into that one after watching either Jaws 3 or E.T., I forget which. Anywho, the Danny Aykroyd reprising his role was a total surprise to me. It's just a small part, but it was a total surprise to me. After this really cool action sequence, the Phoebe character, from my point of view, had to feel totally alone, like nobody to turn to with what she knows. And it got me thinking of one of the many audio tapes we made growing up, with some words of wisdom from my kid sister Shannon. It was a tape we made, I think, in '96. We're playing the song Michael Jackson's "They Don't Really Care About Us," and I could hear my kid sister talking in the audio tape and saying, "You know, he's right. They don't really care about us. except maybe God. I'm thinking, well, you listen to this years later. Wow, words of wisdom from my kid sister when she was a kid. Incidentally, I have no desire to be a film critic. At least that's why these videos are called Mike P's Film Reflection. Anyways, fans of the original two movies will love this film. It definitely does not disappoint. The woke, quote unquote, BS was kept to a minimum. Either that or the last 3 years of my life, I'm no longer brainwashed by leftist righteous ideology. Yeah, growing up until, well, I would question a lot, though. I wasn't totally brainwashed. But I did buy into the leftist ideology that all people from the South are all racist, bigoted, and, yeah. Again, like I said in a past video, I grew up watching NBC. I think that's why. Anywho, but in any event, I no longer read much into extreme leftism or rightism. But that's the fact that I don't really read into leftist ideology anymore is why I can no longer enjoy late night TV or even SNL anymore. I like the song that they played during the credits, Ghosts Never Leave a Haunted House. I thought it was Taylor Swift, but when I read the credits, no, it's somebody named McKenna Grace. But with auto-tune, does it really matter? All these singers sound the same now with this auto-tune crap they use. But anyways, that's primarily my film reflection. But I will say one last thing before I wrap this up. I don't want this video to be too long, but between the Phoebe character, the main character, the Phoebe character, the kind of sort of girlfriend of the brother, and even the mom, I have to say, this is the first time I've ever seen a Ghostbuster movie that featured real female Ghostbusters. Imagine that. Real female Ghostbusters. Well, anyways, that's my Ghostbuster Afterlife reflection video. Okay. Mike Barlack, thank you for your time.